In a shocking turn of events, notorious Mexican drug lord El Chapo has been sentenced to life behind bars. Joaquin El-Chapo Guzmán, the notorious Mexican drug lord, has been sentenced to life behind bars. El Chapo's story begins in the late 20th century, when he emerged as a key player in the Mexican drug trade. With his cunning and ruthlessness, he quickly climbed the ranks, establishing a vast empire that spread murder and mayhem for over 2 decades. But El Chapo's reign of terror was not without its challenges. In 1993, he was arrested in Guatemala and extradited to Mexico, where he faced charges of drug trafficking and murder. It seemed like the end of the road for El Chapo, but little did the world know that this was just the beginning of his audacious escapes. In 2001, El Chapo managed to escape from a high-security prison in Mexico by bribing prison guards and hiding in a laundry cart. This daring escape catapulted him into the realm of legend, earning him the reputation of a mastermind who could outsmart even the most fortified prisons. With his newfound freedom, El Chapo resumed his criminal activities, expanding his drug empire and solidifying his control over the Mexican drug trade. He became a symbol of power and defiance, a man who seemed untouchable. But fate had other plans for El Chapo. In 2014, he was captured once again, and his audacious second escape involved a tunnel meticulously dug into the shower of his cell, solidifying his reputation as a criminal mastermind. However, his freedom was short-lived, as he was recaptured and extradited to the United States in 2017. El Chapo's capture marked the end of his reign and the beginning of his journey towards justice. The Mexican government, determined to put an end to his reign, extradited him to the United States to face justice. The trial of El Chapo in federal court in Brooklyn was a spectacle that drew international attention. For 3 months, the courtroom was filled with shocking revelations and gripping testimonies, painting a vivid picture of the extent of El Chapo's criminal activities. Finally, after a long and arduous legal battle, the jury delivered their verdict. El Chapo was found guilty of a massive drug conspiracy that had caused immense harm and suffering. The sentence, life behind bars plus 30 years. Of course, El Chapo wouldn't let a life sentence deter him and appealed the verdict. Despite his lawyers' desperate attempts to overturn the verdict, the appeals court upheld the conviction, stating that the overwhelming evidence of El Chapo's guilt outweighed any potential prejudice. This decision has sent shockwaves through the criminal underworld and captivated the attention of the world. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Manhattan praised Judge Brian Cogan for his meticulous handling of the case, commending his diligence and fairness throughout the 3-month trial. During the appeal, El Chapo's high-profile defense team argued that their client was merely a scapegoat, taking the fall for other powerful kingpins who had the means to bribe politicians and law enforcement officials. They claimed that the jury was exposed to scurrilous claims against El Chapo that were not part of the government's case. However, the appeals court found no evidence of prejudice, stating that any potential bias was insignificant compared to the overwhelming evidence of El Chapo's guilt. The ruling has solidified the end of El Chapo's reign of terror. It was a final blow to the once untouchable drug lord. But it seems that Joaquin El-Chapo Guzmán is a man whose name will forever be etched in the annals of crime. His sentencing marks the end of an era, but the impact of his actions will continue to reverberate for years to come. El Chapo's sentencing to life behind bars serves as a resounding victory in the fight against organized crime and drug trafficking. It serves as a reminder that no one is above the law and that justice will prevail, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. The legacy of El Chapo will forever be a testament to the determination of law enforcement to bring criminals to justice and the resilience of those fighting against the forces of drug trafficking and violence.